So we're starting. Hello and welcome to Writer Unedited number 26. On this gray day in January, at least it's gray here in New Jersey. Don't know about there, but I don't care whether it's gray or not, because, well, let me get to that in a minute. I have to do my spiel. I do this every Wednesday at 2 p.m. except when I have a conflict, right? Just sit and chat. You're welcome to send me questions if you want me to answer them. Always happy to do that. And if you miss a live, I post them on my YouTube channel. And I generally put that in the comments below. So, who's here? Jeanette, hi! Congratulations. Thank you, Jeanette. Okay, why is Jeanette congratulating me? Because I typed the end. Woo! The book is done. My deadline is tomorrow. It's done. Well, okay, it's not quite done. I still have to type it. I still have to do some minor revisions where I have written myself notes that say, go back and fix this. Because sometimes I just need to keep moving forward, because that's the efficient thing to do. You get that forward momentum going. Jeanette said, woo, the end. Yes, yes, the end. Oh, such a good feeling. So, of course, I type in the end and then I delete it because no books ever actually say the end anymore. But that doesn't matter because it is just so satisfying to type it in all capital letters and put 900 exclamation points afterward, because that's how I'm feeling. So what happens now? I send it to not one but two editors tomorrow. So one is my developmental editor, my amazing developmental editor, Andrea, who will do all the plot arc checking and the character arc checking and the emotional arc checking and the big picture stuff to make sure that, you know, the book is good, basically, and tell me what I need to do to make it even better. This is not something where she's correcting commas and spelling and stuff. This is really big picture stuff. And then the other editor, which I need because I am writing this series set in a fictional world, is something called a cold reader. And I found this lovely editor who I actually knew from my Montlake days, my publisher Montlake, who has not read either of the first two stories in the series. So she is reading it with an eye to making sure that all the information that a reader really needs to know about both the country of Caleva and the events in in Gabrielle's story, and even in the novella, How to Plan a Royal Wedding, to make sure that all of those, that there are enough explanations of those things in Louise's story, the second book, so that the reader who might be picking up Louise's story before they read Gabrielle's story, which I hope they won't do because spoilers, will still understand it. It'll still be, you know, self-contained enough that they'll understand it. And of course, it is self-contained. It is a whole story, beginning, middle, and end. Happy end, of course, because it's a romance, and I believe in those. You can absolutely read it that way, but then reading Gabrielle's book won't be as much fun because there are spoilers in Louise's book. Unavoidable. It's just the way the stories work. So that's what my cold reader is going to do, and she's getting the manuscript tomorrow as well. Oh, I have 3 viewers. Please say hi in the comments so I know who you are, because I like knowing who I'm talking to. It's more fun that way for me. So just say hi. That's all. And if you have to leave, that's fine too. I don't even know who's leaving and who's coming. All I can see is 3 viewers. So since I've been on deadline and kind of incommunicado because of that, I thought I would talk about what it's like when I'm on deadline and maybe show you what it's like when I'm on deadline. So the first thing is, what is this weird thing I'm wearing? So this is something I've been wearing for the last week because I sit so much when I'm on deadline at the computer, and I have a wonderful chair, an Aeron chair, which I love. You can see another one in the background because I actually own 2 of them. I like them so much. But the problem is that I don't just sit a lot. I sit absolutely still, focused on the computer screen, because I am so engrossed in the story that I literally forget to move anything but my hands. So that's very hard on my back. And I do things like say, Alexa, set a 40-minute dance break timer.
Dance break timer, 40 minutes, starting now.
So that's to remind me to get up and dance, actually, every 40 minutes. Because that helps my back. The movement helps my back. Ooh, 4 viewers. Please comment and say hi that you're here. But this is this very funky hot pad. Okay, so I have to stand up to show you give you the full effect here. Let me back up. So it goes down my back, and this holds it in place, and it's hot up here too. And see, there's the control, and it really, because it goes all the way down my back and I can lean against it, it really helps with the back problems. So I need my hot pad, and I'm going to take it off now because I don't need it at the moment. And it's kind of bulky. It's fine when you're sitting very still, but it's not so great when you're trying to talk to people. I need my wrist brace because so much typing, my wrist gets tired. I don't need it on my left hand, weirdly enough, just my right. I need cat treats. Temptations, these are Temptations. Why cat treats? Because I like to reward my kitties if they come and see me in my office and sit over there. Or just come up and talk to me, which Skoda does a lot, actually. Skoda's a very chatty cat. So their reward is cat treats, so I keep those here at all times. Then I need junk food, of course. So what do we have in the junk food here? Mini muffins, blueberry mini muffins. With canes upside down. This is a new package because I went to the grocery store yesterday because I was literally running out of food at that point. So we have mini muffins. We have, these are leftover from Christmas. One of my favorite, dark chocolate peppermint bark squares. Oh, they're so good. This, Tate's chocolate chip cookies. So they're made out in Southampton, and I discovered them before they became nationally distributed. I assume they're nationally distributed now. Costco has them. So, because my mother-in-law lived in Southampton, and there's a Tate's Bakery there, the Tate's Bakery there. And if you have not tasted them, I recommend that you not do so. Why? Because they are totally addictive. The best things ever. I keep them in the refrigerator. For some reason, I like them even better cold. I know, weird. But they're even more addictive than Girl Scout Thin Mints, believe it or not. Delicious. What else? All right, so this is my nod to Weight Watchers because I actually attempt not to eat terribly. As you can see, don't succeed. So my daughter turned me onto these nut thins, very low in points in Weight Watchers. And I dip them in hummus, so that's healthy, right? Theoretically, anyway. Popcorn, because again, good low points on Weight Watchers. Tostitos scoops. Why do I have these? Well, I use them because I eat them, I scoop salsa with them. Because again, salsa is healthy, right? Of course, not with the scoops. And to be fair, sometimes I eat the scoops without the salsa. But I don't know if you can hear Skoda out there. He's talking to me. And one more attempt at healthiness, bananas, because you can eat them at your desk without a fork, a knife, or a spoon. Pretty handy and, theoretically good for you. And then when I need real food, frozen dinners, because I don't have time to cook when I'm on deadline. So, and, lean cuisine, low points on Weight Watchers too. So I do try fairly unsuccessfully because of these. So those are my food groups when I'm on deadline. Oh, and I do have eggs. That's my breakfast food. And peanut butter. Oh, can you hear the cats? Scotty, I'm in here. Skoda, I'm in here. He's been chatting to me all day. Very needy today. So then I also need drugs. Well, pharmaceuticals, whatever you want to call them. So these little jiggies, these are preservative-free eye drops, the only kind that my eyes can tolerate. And obviously when I'm on deadline and I'm staring at the computer screen, not moving all the time, these are really important. And then because I'm eating junk food too much, Gaviscon to settle my stomach. Very important. And finally, because I'm staring at the screen too much, Tylenol. Yeah, you get headaches, right? Everybody knows that. Anyone who stares at a computer screen for any reason knows that they get headaches. So those are my supplies for deadline. And luckily, are those cats doing out there? Luckily, I don't need them for much longer. As I said, I do have some more pesky revisions. I have to just little things that I had. Oh, so I should show you the other thing that's strewn around my office is things like these cryptic notes. What does it say? Add the cream. Nana Nell or not. The necklaces where? What? What? That's Scody. Did you hear it? What's up, Scody? What do you need? I don't know what he needs. Her friend, the veterinarian, need name in pre-lunch scene. And then all the critiqued pages that my wonderful critique group has done are still lying. You can see them back there. The cats are running around. I don't know what they're doing. So, what else did I want to tell you? Last week I announced it, and in my newsletter I announced it, but I have a release date for Royal Caleva Louise, and it is June 25th. Woo! Yay! So what am I going to be writing next? Well, I think that my current plan, is to write a novella tying Wager of Hearts, for my 3 billionaires who made the bet, with Royal Caleva. So put them together. So the Wager of Hearts guys are going to go to Royal Caleva so Gavin can do research for his next Julian Bond spy thriller, because he may set some of it in Caleva. And they decide to drag Ben Cavill along. Ben is the doctor from who you see throughout the series, actually, a secondary character. But everybody has wanted me to write Ben's story, and I just have never been able to find the right place to do it. But I think this is it. I think I've found it, because they drag Ben along because Ben is a total workaholic, and they decide that he needs a vacation in a beautiful island like Caleva. And beyond that, I have no idea what's going to happen. I do have an idea for his love interest. I'm not going to tell you because that could change, and then you'll want to know why I didn't do her, right? So, Ben's story at last. I'm really sorry it's taken so long. I'm almost positive it's going to work because I'm going to start reading it tomorrow. So, it'll be interesting. And then, of course, tomorrow, the other thing that goes on is Jersey Romance Rating Month starts. What is that? Well, it's a rating challenge that I started, 13 years ago maybe, where you have to be a member of New Jersey Romance Writers. That's all that's required. And we try to write 30,000 words in the month of February. And this year we have an extra day, so that's going to help a little bit. Although it's still hard. It's really hard to write that many words for me. Although I'm kind of bummed out because I was on deadline, I wrote 30,000 words this month in January when it was not counting for anything except a deadline, obviously. I mean, the rating challenge is wonderful and supportive and definitely pushes you to write more than you normally would, which is great. So it functions as sort of a deadline in a way, but a deadline is even more motivating in my life. So, but I love Jersey Romance Rating Month because everybody does it together. I think I've got over 60 people signed up right now. There will probably be a few more. And it's all positive all the time. And that was the way I set it up, and that's the way I've continued to keep it. And it's an honor system, and, well, I won't keep going on. I'll talk about it more next week. So, are there any questions or comments? Jeanette says, cute. Thanks. I'm not sure what was cute because I wasn't paying attention. Or I shouldn't say I wasn't paying attention. I just happened to notice your comment come in. Was it the cat, maybe? He is cute and handsome. And I don't think I have anything else to say because, frankly, my brain is a little fried. Although I do have a funny story. Jeanette says, kitty. Yes, kitty. I figured that was it. I do have kind of a funny story. So when I'm on deadline, like today I took a shower and washed my hair. But sometimes I don't. Like yesterday, I did not. But I was running out of food. So I had to go to the grocery store. And I thought, I haven't seen anyone I know in the grocery store in probably a decade. No joke. I'm not exaggerating at all. Just, I never run into people I know there. So I wasn't particularly worried about the fact that my hair was dirty and probably not brushed recently. And I was wearing sloppy clothes and because I knew I wouldn't see anybody I knew. So I'm strolling down the aisle, and sure enough, 2 people I know are there at the grocery store. I was like, unbelievable. I went home and looked at myself in the mirror and thought, well, could have been worse. But, I mean, isn't that just typical? Typical, right? So that's my big story. I'm blithering because my brain is fried. It's truly fried. And half of it is still in Caleva anyway, because that's what happens when you're reading this intensely. You are just living in the world of your characters. You can't, your brain is just there all the time, even when you're in the grocery store. It took me a minute to realize I knew those two people because my brain was still in Caleva. Okay, so thank you for coming. So good to see everybody. Jeanette, really good to see you. And I will see you guys again next week. So I think that's all I'm supposed to say, right? Thank you for joining me. Love you guys. Bye-bye. Bye, Jeanette.